Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Southeast Termite and Pest Control. Back in 1971, when the Haynes family first opened Southeast Termite and Pest Control, the threats were different. Bed bugs weren't an issue. They are now. There was no Zika virus, West Nile virus carried by mosquitoes. There is now. Southeast Termite and Pest Control, though, they have stayed on the cutting edge of treatment options for you and your family. But while they've kept up to date on that and moved forward, they've stayed the same in one area: customer service. They have been fantastic, family-owned, locally owned for more than 45 years. Southeast Termite and Pest Control use the guys I use in my home. Southeast Termite and Pest Control. All right, gentlemen, at Ole Miss, Matt Luke has been named the interim coach. He'll obviously be in the running for the job if he has a good season this year somehow. But amazingly, the folks on ESPN were talking about the possibility of Ole Miss going after Lane Kiffin, which, you know, if you're in NCAA hell, who better to get you out than Lane Kiffin? And then also, Jason McIntyre writes for the Big Lead, put out there that Derek Dooley should be one of the realistic options for Ole Miss. What stood out to me was we're living in a world where the national media pokes fun at Butch Jones, and yet you guys in the national media pushing Derek Dooley and Lane Kiffin. I don't think they know who's done what at Tennessee. If Jones is the joke and these two deserve another shot, I don't get it. Your thoughts on Kiffin and Dooley?
Well, I'd hire Butch Jones over those two. How about that?
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. Neither one of them. I mean, look, Dooley not only did an awful job at Tennessee, but he wasn't very good at Louisiana Tech. His last year was 4-8.
No wonder Tennessee hired him.
And the people I talked to were like, please take him. Yeah. I got a lot of family and friends in Ruston. They're like, this guy can't coach. Please hire him. Okay, Tennessee did. And then you got Kelly with the NCAA, Kiffin with the NCAA situation. The guy that makes more sense to me is Les Miles. I don't think he's had less than an 8-win season than when he coached the full year, since 2001.
Yeah, and most of the people out there, though, the reaction has been he's too old. He's 63. We don't want him. He's not going to give us a turnaround. Well, at some point you need a Band-Aid first. Yeah. You know, stop the bleeding and then go to a plastic surgeon who can cover up the scar. But I wouldn't go out. The name that's out there that they all think they can get at Ole Miss, that every school out there wants, and as soon as Butch Jones loses game one this year, you're going to hear it here, Chip Kelly, the former Oregon coach, which, again, I don't think he's going to choose to go to Oxford.
And brings his own NCAA problems.
Exactly. His first year in the NFL, if he'd stayed at Oregon, he wouldn't have been at Oregon. They gave him a one-year show cause. So if you're Ole Miss, it'd be the same as hiring Lane Kiffin. Worse, actually.
Well, if you're going to play the age thing, then you wouldn't hire Nick Saban either, would you? Because he's older than Miles.
Well, I agree.
So I understand the resumes
Les Miles
are
is the
completely
brilliant
different.
choice.
But anyway, yeah, I think those two are absurd names to be bringing.
Yeah, this says to me there needs to be some kind of reality check in Oxford, Mississippi, with what you realistically can be. I'm sure that Ole Miss wants to get back to back-to-back New Year's Six Bowls, but you are aware of how you got there, right? With what's been going on, and then everything that was just said about Derek Dooley and Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin makes no sense. His brother actually was one of the recruiters of the year nationally with the 2013 class. Again, how did they get those guys?
Yeah. I would think that Lane Kiffin, though, makes more sense than Derek Dooley.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody said, I got to pick one, okay, I'll take Lane Kiffin.
And Tennessee didn't get – it was basketball that wound up getting hit, not football under his watch. They came in, they looked, but he didn't get hit with major violations. It looked like he might, but he wasn't. Mike, your thoughts on the Chip Kelly thing? Texas A&M fans are going to want him. UCLA fans are going to want him. Tennessee fans are going to want him. This is the guy that everybody's going to want, and I don't know that he's going to look at a place like Oxford. May not look at a place. If you're choosing, you know, if something happened and this season went way off the rails and Butch Jones is gone and all these people are thinking, oh, Chip Kelly, if it comes down to Knoxville versus L.A., where he won on the West Coast before, or even recruiting in Texas, I don't know that Tennessee's going to win that battle.
Yeah,
for Chip Kelly. He's certainly not going to go to Oxford.
The thing about Kiffin, you can say they didn't get hit, but that cloud was hovering for a long time, and that probation went through 2014. So it did taint Tennessee. I mean, Philip Fulmer was there, 16, 17 years with no major violations or probation. Lane Kiffin, in 1 year, left nuclear waste everywhere. I'm amazed that more people don't remember that. And to be fair to Dooley, I don't think he did a great job, but he operated under that cloud. So I don't know. Maybe he would do a better job at Ole Miss. I can't say
he
for
didn't
sure.
at Louisiana Tech.
Well, he was also an acting AD. That's a different scenario than coaching in an SEC
Well, that's good.
school.
I'm amazed
But-
we have somebody who's going to defend Derek Dooley.
well, I'm
That's
not
good.
defending. I'm just putting things into perspective. I mean, sometimes the media runs away with ideas and images. Like Lane Kiffin, they're in love with Lane Kiffin because he's a great soundbite. He looks great on TV. But you dig a little bit deeper, and he's rotten to the core. This is not a good human being. That's why he's where he's at.
Not
if he
a
could
good
coach
human
better,
being. Where are you?
Wow.
How do you?
Wow.
Not a good human being.
Yeah.
That's pretty judgmental, isn't it? But anyway,
It's an
All right.
opinion.
It is an opinion.
That's what we're here for, John.
Not a good human being. I've never heard that one before.
About
in
Lane
terms of-
Kiffin?
No, I think that's maybe if Layla wanted to say that, okay, but I don't know that I would go there. But anyway, there are plenty. I don't know many good human beings, to be honest with you. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Nick Saban and how much he's changed the SEC. Coaching changes before and after Saban. Interesting stuff. Come on back.